What is going on, everybody? Today's video, we're going to be doing a bunch of bolt-on parts. UPR sent us a bunch of their rear suspension bits for an S550 Mustang, so we're going to be bolting them on. Alright, so I don't expect this to be a long video because, like I just mentioned, all of this stuff is pretty much bolt-on. The spherical bearings in the rear you need a press to do them. I tried doing it with this ball joint press and just the regular bench vise. Couldn't get enough force with them. So I did have to run to a friend's shop with a bearing press. If you don't have a buddy with a bearing press, just any regular mechanic shop should be able to press them in and out for you without much issue. But yeah, you can see that they replaced the rubber bushings here. So you get rid of a bunch of that movement and slop and everything in the rear. What's nice is the factory bushing here is actually already, you can see, a spherical, and this one here. So you only need to replace the two. That was the trickiest bit, just pressing them in. Otherwise, we have our toe links, which look like really stout pieces. They look pretty good. The solid differential bushings, and then the vertical link. So yeah, we're gonna swap everything on. Right now, just from like a visual thing, they look like nice parts. But you know, I'm obviously gonna really like stress these things with the amount of like force and everything I'm putting through this suspension. So yeah, we'll see how they hold up over time. But yeah, right now, let's just get everything on and knocked out. Alright guys, so the rear brakes on this subframe swap are pretty easy. I just put another T off the stock line inboard of the car, came back around, flared this, and then this is all S550 line from here to the caliper. Now, I did the math on the old brakes piston size, and these ones, they're about 15% larger. Since everything else is the same, it's pretty easy. It's about a 15% increase in clamping force, but the rotor is also another about 15% larger in diameter. So doing some research, you kind of just add the two, and I have about 30% more rear brake, which is fine because this car needed more to begin with. Plus I have a proportioning valve inside of the car. So for brake pads, I used to run DTC 70s, so I picked up a set of 60s, which are, you know, a little bit less clamping force, and then a set of 30s as well, because I would hate to get to the track and the 60s be like too much. I think I'm gonna put the 30s on just for like the first weekend or whatever. But yeah, as I'm kind of tidying up all this rear end suspension stuff, obviously makes sense just to put the brake pads on now. Another update is I finally got tires. I know people have been kind of telling me to do this for a while. Nothing against the Toyos, they were the spec tire in American Iron. But yeah, as you can see, I finally got some Hoosiers. I got some 315, 35. I stayed with 17s. I got some cheap rims, just to kind of get some bigger tires on it without, you know, get into like expensive wheels and stuff. But yeah, so these should obviously be a good update as well. Alright guys, so we're gonna slide underneath real quick, kind of go over everything as it's bolted up. Alright, so for the time being, we got the stock sway bar. You can see the UPR solid differential bushings. Can't see the front ones obviously. Custom drive shaft made with the flange just to go to the diff. That was easy enough. Let's see, our solid bushings that we made. Let's see, we got the 850 springs on MCS shocks. They're a transfer from the solid axle. I had to do a bunch of work. Let's see if we can get down in there. I had to do a bunch of work to get the you know, the right amount of like articulation. So that's a custom bracket up at the top. A little hard to see, but kind of had to do the same thing with the spacers. The rest of this is S550 brakes. Let's see, all the UPR stuff, toe link, where is it? Vertical link hiding back there. Custom bracket that we made, the blue. Let's see, where is the, oh yeah, so spherical right there, a little hard to point to, and then the spherical on the front control arm up in there. Let's see if we can do it from this side, a little bit better to see. So yeah, a lot of this stuff, you know, all the suspension bits are just bolt-on, you know, UPR stuff, some custom brackets and everything, but that's honestly really about it. You know, I still got a bunch of stuff planned. Definitely got to do something with the sway bar, but I kind of want to get this weekend knocked out first. Let's see. Oh, camber arms. It's a little bit hard to see, but since the frame on this chassis is much higher, I can actually do a straight camber arm. So I'm kind of just going to do my own with a like a threaded rod. Or I'm sorry, not a threaded rod, a swedged rod, I think it's called. So yeah, I think I'm gonna kind of get the front wheels on, and I'm actually gonna drop this thing on the ground for the first time in I think about 2 months, 2.5 months since I started this swap. So yeah, let's get that done. Another quick little tip that I did is all the red lug nuts are for the rear. Might be a little hard to see, but I painted, see I got red ones on there. And then blue is for the front, because I actually have different thread pitches on the rear studs versus the front. So this is just kind of a way to help me, you know, not mix them up if I'm at the track swapping tires real quick. I shouldn't really mix them up, but you never know. Just kind of one of those things that would suck to cross thread some studs at the track on a race weekend. Alright guys, I'm super stoked right now. This thing is on the ground. It looks pretty cool. It's definitely different for sure. But yeah, this is going to be the maiden voyage. I'm going to pull it out. I'm just going to pull it out into my driveway. This is literally like the first time that this thing's moved under its own power. So yeah, let's see what happens. Alright, no weird knocks or bumps or anything like that, so, you know, I kind of just wanted to get it out. But yeah, so now what I got to do is corner balance, alignment, kind of just double check anything. So, it looks pretty mean from the back. Look how cool that looks. Doesn't even have the wing on it yet. So, yeah, I'm going to kind of start doing some other odds and ends. Alright guys, I think that's where I'm going to wrap this one up. You know, I kind of got it from, you know, all those last little suspension bits that needed to go on. I still got to finish up the fuel cell, but that's kind of a whole nother thing. As well as the corner balance and alignment. I'm just going to do that in another video. So yeah, there we go. S550 swap Mustang. See it under there. I'm super happy with how everything turned out so far. First race is only in a couple days from now, so I think everything should go good, but you never know after doing a project like this. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. As always, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next one.